Chicago White Sox franchise mode. This might be the start of episode 2. It could also be the middle of it. I'm not really sure how I was going to break up the last edited video. But we are here today about to take on our rivals in the Kansas City Royals for our home opener. I was also taking a look through our minor league systems, and today is the home opener and the start of the season opener for our AA organizations in the Barons, and it will be the second start of the season for Kevin Felix, who, if you remember, we brought up last year for the September call-ups and the playoff push. In his first game of the season, wound up going 7 innings, striking out 9, not allowing a single run, and 3-2 win over Louisville. So it'll be interesting to jump on in and see what he can do here in his second outing of the season. But before we can get into the minor league teams, we have to jump on in against the White Sox, as they are the earliest game of the day. Jack Flaherty versus Jesus Luzardo, looking for his first actual win as the Chicago White Sox. He did get a quality start in the 5-3 win over Arizona. Unfortunately, he was walking a few batters and wasn't able to walk out of there with the dub. But hopefully today against Jack Flaherty, we can get something going. Flaherty, 8 innings pitched in his last outing, 7 strikeouts with a 0 ERA. He's having a great start to the season with the Kansas City Royals. I believe he signed via free agency to the Royals. I can't remember if it was this year or last year, but he's a fresh face there. And let's jump on in, hopefully pick up another win, go up and improve to 6-1 on the season, and hopefully this will be our year to be the best record team, or have the best record in all of baseball. We are going to be going with our alternate uniforms today in the Chicago White Sox to represent our Chicago Bulls, and it's funny enough, homo. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the home opener of 2027. We have a sold-out crowd here today. Fans excited for what the 2027 season can bring. We made it all the way to the World Series last year after being considered one of the worst teams in baseball just 3 years ago. Coming on back, big free agency, a lot of new faces in the bullpen as well as in the rotation, while there's a lot of familiar faces in the lineup and hitting core. Side commentators today are John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Unfortunately, you will not be hearing any of their voices here today. Projected record for our Chicago White Sox is 83-79. They project us to take a big step back here in year number 3 after making all the way to the World Series. Even though we improved our pitching and our bullpen, they just don't think our hitters are going to be able to take the next step, and they don't think that our pitching core has what it takes to get us to the playoffs. Expect us to finish 3rd in the AL Central. Jesus Luzardo on the mound here today for us. He had a good game number 1, but not the best. 11% walk rate with a 26% strikeout rate. Like to see those walk numbers get down a little bit more. 6-inning pitch with 7 strikeouts and a 4.5 ERA heading into this game here today. He's going to be going up against Miguel Garcia, batting .250 thus far this season. He clobbers one foul on the third base side. Now this is also something I just paid attention to or just figured out. This is our first divisional game of the season. We have not played anybody in our division. And it's, gets a nice contact for Miguel Garcia past the diving arm or diving glove of the third baseman over there. I believe that was Kobe Mayo trying to snag that on the dive. Yeah, just couldn't get it. Misread that bounce, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit to start today's home opener. So it's 1-1 count. Nick Lofton fouls off the circle change. He's seeing a lot of swinging from the Kansas City Royals. Very aggressive out there here today. But like I said, the Kansas City Royals, last time we played them was in the ALCS, where we eliminated them in 7 games. Kansas City was able to force us. We could have won it in game number 5 and 6, but Kansas City coming on back to beat us in both those games, forcing game 7, where I believe we had a late inning. I believe it was an 8th or 9th inning comeback in that one, helping us advance to the World Series itself. Low circle change taken by Nick Lofton for ball 2. He's batting .412, off to a very hot start to start 2027. See if he's going to be able to continue it here. Luzardo, over 10 pitches, leaves one up in the zone. Lofton pulls it, but pulls it too much, foul. So 2-2 to him. Looking for that double play ball out of Luzardo here, or a strikeout. Pitch is away. Circle change outside. Nothing from Lofton. Looking like Luzardo might have a 20 to 30 pitch inning, as he just walks Nick Lofton there. What's that? A leadoff walk, a leadoff single, followed by the second batter getting walked for Bobby Witt Jr. 318 thus far in the season. 2-2 record, and we get him with the slider. That is one thing that our White Sox did very well last year and seems to be doing well this year. We do a very good job of keeping Bobby Witt uncomfortable at the plate, forcing him to swing at things and keeping him off base. So following a leadoff single and a walk, we're starting to figure things out as Kyle Schwarber pulls one high into the air to deep right field. Lawrence Butler throwing it on in all the way to third. Lawrence Butler really looking like he's going to have himself a breakout season, throwing people out from the outfield, hitting home runs. He's really starting to figure it out in his, I think it's year number 4 in the MLB, 4 or 5. Starting lineup for the Kansas City Royals, this is what we are looking like. Vinny P batting 7th down there for the Kansas City Royals. He's going to be our biggest nuisance. If you remember, during the playoffs, he hit a home run just about every single game, and I believe there was one game where he hit 3 home runs against us in one game. He was always a major pain in our side. I'm very scared to get to him here in the first inning. But we got Freddie Furman up, batting just .077. As I say that, he gets a base hit, throwing it on in to third is Luis Roberts, as the Kansas City Royals take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. Luzardo does not look comfortable up on that mound. Kansas City coming out aggressive, and it's paying off so far. Hoping that our Chicago White Sox can come back. Well, they're going to have to come back, and we're going to help win our home opener here. Luzardo's pitch, 12-6 curve. Too far inside, call a ball. I told you it was going to be 20 or 30 pitches, because Luzardo's just not doing it. This is the 30th pitch of this inning by Luzardo. It's going to be an early outing if he can't figure it out. Slider in the zone, but called ball 4. We are at home. Anything close. You're going to walk this dude for Vinny P to then hit a grand slam against us. Luzardo, 31st pitch of the inning. That's clobbered, but foul for Joey Wiemer. So in the full count, swing and a miss with the circle change. There we go. 2 strikeouts in the first inning, allowed 1 run. That is a tough first inning and home opening first inning for Jesus Luzardo in front of his new fans. Allowed a lot of base runners, a lot of hits, a lot of contact. Hoping that he can settle on into it in the second inning and get that pitch count down. Hoping for a lot of 10 pitch or less innings out of him. Up now is Jack Flaherty for the Kansas City Royals. We talked about him earlier. He's having a very hot start to the season. He pitched 8 innings with 7 strikeouts for the Kansas City Royals in his only outing of the season. 26% strikeout rate with right around a 7% walk rate. Flaherty looking like a Cy Young favorite, at least early on here, trying to carry it over. 2-1 count to Xavier Edwards. Low fastball called ball 3. Xavier Edwards, if you recall, former first-round pick by the Miami Marlins, went to New York before the Chicago White Sox traded for him, sending over one of their top pitching prospects in return. Edwards missing on that swing and strike. Full count now for Jack Flaherty and Xavier Edwards, who's going to win this battle. Pitch inside, pulled high to right field. He's going to get under it for out number 1. That's unfortunate right there. Starting lineup for your Chicago White Sox looks as follows. Main guys to watch out for is Luis Arias, Lawrence Butler, and Christian Yelich. All of them batting over 400 this season. Luis Arias showing a little power early on this season as well. Xavier Edwards, I forgot to mention. We'll bring it up next time. Hopefully I remember next time he's up. It's a good little stat for him. Luis Arias, a favorite for MVP right now, actually, for the AL. So he hits a line drive right at Bobby Witt for out number 2. Bobby Witt was a major pain in our side when it came to the playoffs. Everything we hit towards him, he was diving to snag it, throwing players out. He's a 5-tool player for sure. As Lawrence Butler hits one to right center field. Is it gone? Off the grass and bounces off the wall. That's going to be a double for Lawrence Butler. There we go. 2-out double for Lawrence Butler as he continues to rake to start 2027. He was nearly invisible all playoffs long until the World Series, and he was working on it here in the offseason. It's paying dividends. Luis Roberts now up. Check swing. He shouldn't have went at that knuckle curve, but he chased it. Called strike. Saying that he went. Not arguing it. He's not happy with himself. A 1-2 count. Roberts is prone to chase pitches. Gets struck out a lot. He takes that low slider. Ball 2. There we go. So Roberts has the opportunity here to hit one long. I believe it would be his second home run of the season, and give the Chicago White Sox a 2-1 lead as he fouls one off, foul, and out of play on the first base side. 2-2. Staying alive. Flaherty almost up to 20 pitches. Staying alive again. Nice job falling off the outside fastball. That was 93 miles an hour. Flaherty doesn't have one of those high 90 pitches, but still good movement as he swings at the 94 mile per hour high fastball, missing, and struck him out, leaving a man on second. Chicago's manager not happy with how this first inning went. Was really hoping that we'd be able to score. Lawrence Butler on second, but no good. Luis Roberts Jr. not good. The Royals literally not swinging at anything except stuff in the zone, and they're always making contact. Swinging at that fastball that blew it by him. I believe that was a 96 mile per hour fastball. Little up in the zone for Luzardo's third strikeout of the game. He put everything he had into that. He said, fuck you, I want out of this inning. I've thrown too many pitches through the first 2. I need a little rest. In the top of the third. I don't know why my controller died right there, but last series, 22 strikeouts through 27 innings. Last game, and if you remember, we had a very good start to the season as the Chicago White Sox. Luzardo looking to piggyback off of him here in number 2 as he strikes out Miguel Garcia. 95 mile per hour inside fastball. Luzardo's 4th strikeout of the game. Blew it by Miguel Garcia. And go sit down. Are those wings on the back of his neck? Now 2-2. Whit batting over 300 this season. He swings and misses. And that's another strikeout for Luzardo. 96-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone. Said, here you go. Here's a hit. If you change down the middle, a 1-2 count. Flaherty's 40th pitch of the game on its way. As he gets Kyle Teel to swing and miss at that high and away fastball. Flaherty's second strikeout of the game. Gets a young Kyle Teel chasing. Oh, man. Have not gotten a... It's going to be our everyday first base. Or, well, he's going to be playing against righties at first base. If injuries happen, we might move him to second as he clobbers one to right center field. It's going to get down off the wall. That's going to be extra bases. If he had more speed, that might have been a triple. But it's Dalton rushing. He's more of a power hitter. Solid contact, 1-out double here in the bottom of the third. That's what I like to see out of our young hitter, Dalton rushing out of the 9-hole too. Next closest guy is Lawrence Butler with 4, and everyone else after that is 3. He is running away with the stolen base leader right now. If I was on the other team and we were going up against Chicago, I'd be trying to pick him off and being aware of the stolen base every time because he is always taking off if he's on first. Flaherty against Luis Arias as he hits one off the head of Jack Flaherty. Flaherty's down on the ground, base hit. He is writhing in pain right now. Slow to get up, down to one knee. Ooh, everyone coming to check in on him. He does get up on his own and without help. Wants to continue pitching, but that looked like it hurt. Lawrence Butler's now up 1-2 count, and he swing and misses at that low circle change, so Flaherty gets up pissed and is now celebrating getting out of the third inning on that low circle change. That was Butler's chance to tie this game up. He was expecting some heat. He got the breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Flaherty's third strikeout of the game. Much power. That was scary. Alright, let's try a high slider that leaves the zone. Let's try that then. Got him with the high slider. Perfect. Sit down, Kyle Schwarber. 6th strikeout of the day for Jesus Luzardo. That's one thing we can say, that he's only allowed 1 run. Though he's throwing a lot of pitches, being inefficient with his pitches. He is striking batters out and has only allowed 1 run thus far. Going to try a high sinker to Freddie Fernan. He hits one to right or left center field. Is going to get down, and we're going to be able to keep it a base hit. Freddie Fernan, 2 for 2 today. Both hits, I believe. Okay. Try a high fastball then. Gonna get him swinging. 96-mile-per-hour whoop, super high up in the zone. I thought he was gonna take it, but we get him swinging. 7th strikeout of the day for Luzardo. Whew, that was up near his head. I don't know what he was expecting there. He didn't get a man on first. Gets through 4 batters. Luzardo definitely only going to be pitching 1 more inning, max before us. Luis Roberts coming up now for our Chicago White Sox. Let's see what he's going to be able to do here. Jack Flaherty still on the mound. He's hurt, but still on the mound, and he's going to swing that one, get it with a ground ball to right field, lead off base hit for Luis Roberts Jr. 109 miles per hour off miss. Try this again. Right down the middle, got me. Oh, gets Kobe Mayo swinging with a fastball down the middle. 1, 2, 3 innings, thanks to a pickoff on the stolen base or caught stealing by Luis Roberts. 4 innings pitched, only run allowed by Jesus Luzardo. 3 hits for the White Sox allowed by Flaherty's allowed 4 hits. Strikeouts, though, still in favor of Luzardo, 7-4. But Flaherty looking like he's going to walk out of here. Here, a third-round pick back in 2015. I believe he was with St. Louis. Is it St. Louis? Backdoor slider attempt to him. Softly hit to Garrett Hampson. That's going to be off target. As Dalton Rushing has to jump off the bag. Missed throw. Reaching on an error from Garrett Hampson. Oh, the bar just kept moving. 2-2 count. 12-6 curve. Inside. Check swing. Did he go? He did! Garcia goes down swinging. 8th strikeout today for Luzardo. Backdoor slider. Hit softly to Luis Ariz. It's going to get by him. Coming home now is Bobby Witt. RBI single. My bad. Harrison Bader coming home. 2-0. Kansas City Royals. Luis Ariz could not get there. Just past his glove. Now up 2-2 count. Got him swinging outside slider. Got Luzardo through 5. But Bobby Witt, RBI single, making this game now 2-0. Heading into the bottom of the 5th. We are going to have Adrian Morejon come on in the top of the 6th. He's going to be our next. All right, still going up against Jack Flaherty. Garrett Hampson coming up. Line drive up the middle, past the diving glove of Bobby Witt Jr. Another lead-off hit for our Chicago White Sox. I'll bring up Kyle Teal. He's 1 for 1 today. Take a nice little step with Garrett Hampson. We're not going to try to steal. As Kyle Teal hits one, left center field, going back, it's down. That should score Garrett Hampson. He's rounding third. And it is a 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. Kyle Teal, RBI double, his 3rd of the season. I believe it's 3rd RBI. I think it's his 3rd double of the season. Here we go. Through that high fastball. What do you got for us? Oh, fuck me. That knuckle curve got me. Wasn't expecting the drop to head inside on me. Yeah, 4-inch break. Over 1,000 rotations per minute. I was expecting it to get more in the zone than it actually did there. Maybe I should have sack bunted. But it is what it is. We now got Luis Ariz up. He's a hot bat as well. Hits one. Left field. Will it get down? It's a fair ball. Ground rule double for Luis Ariz. Might have actually been a foul ball, but they're calling it fair. Bounces off the line, they're saying. Boom. Yep. Look at that mark. You can kind of see it. It did hit just fair. And bounce over than just below 500 batting average. Heading into this game, which is game number 7 of the season. So full count, Butler. Swinging and missing at the fucking knuckle curve. That is a filthy pitch for Jack Flaherty. So Flaherty gets out of the inning with at least a hold there. He's not going to take the L. We leave Luis Ariz on second. 2-2 ball game. Heading to the top of the 6th. We are still going to bring in Adrian Morejon. 2 for 4 today. 2 and 4 record last season. 22 holds with a 3.16 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. Through just under 80. Can't throw some gas. Try a backdoor slider on him with Adrian. Got him swinging. 85 miles per hour. Slider low and away. Got him chasing. He was expecting to get more of the zone, but he just doesn't know. I'm not the greatest at this game, so I can't pinpoint where it's going to go. 11 inches of break. It is 11 times my penis size. What? 2,000. Alright, try a sinker, same spot as we tried that splitter. And that's going to be a line drive. I think that was off the foot of Adrian Moron. 0-0 count. Is he okay? Saw him stumble forward. I'm not sure if it hit him or the mound. Okay. Hit the mound. Line drive. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Our last chance for ourselves, at least with me in control, to take the lead. We got Luis Roberts, Christian Yelich, and Kobe Mayo coming up. That's 3 power bats. So there is a potential that we might send one out of the yard. I do not believe that us ourselves have hit a home run all season. James McCarthy coming up on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. 3 games this season. 0 ERA and a 1-0 record. See what we can do with Kobe Mayo. 143 batting average this season. Need him to start doing something. As he hits one, that's going to be a base hit, possibly a double. Roll into the wall, that will be a double for Kobe Mayo. He finally gets a hit. Oh, the sub-200 batting average. White Sox have been really efficient in 2-out situations. We've had a lot of 2-out rallies all season. And could mean that we could be a below 500 team actually, but I like how our team performs and play. Damn. Trying to pull it to the third base side. That one gets fouled though. 1-2 count. Swinging and a miss at the low sinker. Struck me out. End of the 6th. Ball game is 2-2. Heading into the top of the 7th, we are going to be bringing in one of our pitchers before I head on out of here. First outing all season, so you're probably a little rusty, so shake it off. We are now bringing in Camilo Duvall here in the 7th. He really did have an awful game last time. Has an 18 ERA. Can you imagine trying to hit something that's 100 miles per hour and has a little break to it? That's gotta be hard as fuck. As he gets them outside, 99 mile per hour cutter. Nick Lofton chased it. I don't know if you saw that person right there walking up the stands. I was hoping that he'd get bonked in the head personally. But 2-2 now. Duvall to Witt. Got him swinging for the 3rd time today. Bobby Witt Jr. goes down swinging. I believe that was a slider we threw up and away in the zone, able to get him swinging. Attaboy. Our team very, very good in the strikeout department. Carlos Hernandez coming up for the Kansas City Royals. He has a 12 ERA, allowing 500 batting average against the lefties. He has 2 holes this season through 3 games. So one of those games must have been really rough for him. So heading into this one, let's recap what's happened thus far. Flaherty, 5 innings pitched, only allowed 2 runs, 7 hits, and 6 Ks. Good performance out of him. Luzardo, phenomenal performance as well. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 9 Ks, and 2 walks. The play, he takes the 12-6 curve inside 2-2. Carlos Hernandez, not the greatest control. He's up to 24 pitches in just this inning. Butler chasing at the outside slider. He tried to hold back last second, but the ump isn't going to jam while the White Sox are trying to just score a run. So 2-2. Swing and miss at the 98 mile per hour fastball up in the zone. And the White Sox leave the bases loaded. Oh, we want that to see. Fans are on their feet. Fans are loud. Fans are celebrating. Come on, Duvall. Slider inside the zone. Swung on and missed. You don't get the heat. You get the breaking stuff from Duvall. Gets right. God, not even right underneath it. He had the perfect bat angle, bat swing. He was just too early on it. He got a 2-2 count. Come on, Duvall. Pitch. Down in the zone, 99 miles an hour, called strike 3. And Duvall gets through 2 innings of work here today. Game stays tied 2-2. Woo! That's what I like to see. I'll bring up Dylan Coleman now for the Kansas City Royals. He's pitched 1 game with a 9 ERA. Again, a .500 batting average allowed against. And a swinging strike way up in the zone near his head on that fastball. Better not have Camilo Duvall in the 9th. 2-2, 1 out. Mayo. Swing and missing on that way outside slurve. So he got us swinging at a super high fastball and now a slurve in the other batter box, dude. 14 inches of break, 3,644 rotations per minute on that slurve by Dylan Coleman. Oh, making Hampson, but 2-2 ball game heading into the 9th inning. These two teams are, well, going to battle it out for who's going to be the best team in the AL Central. But let's see where we're going to go. So we have decided to go with our closer, Mason Miller. He has been perfect and leads the AL in saves with 4. Next guy has 3 and 2 miles an hour for ball 2. Now 2-1 count, fouls one up or pops one up. Right field trying to get under it is Butler. It's going to land and is called fair. He throws it into second and keeps Bader at first. And Kansas City has a 1-out single. Little blooper hit towards the line. Here in the top of the 9th against Mason Miller. Butler, you could have probably dove and caught that dude, but I'd rather you stay healthy, so do what you think is best. Tyro Estrada now up. We're looking for a double play ball out of Miller. And there it is. Ground to the shortstop, Hampson. Second to first. And that's the double play we were looking for. 3 batters up, 3 batters down. Doesn't matter how we did it. We still got them all out. A good way to turn to there and get out of the 9th inning. We're at the bottom of the 9th. Hopefully we swing some hotter bats. As Angel, not Alec or anything like that, Angel Zerpa takes the mound. Now bring up full count, 3-2. Pitch away again. This one's going to get hit over the head of Bobby Witt. That one should be a double. That's extra bases. If he hurries, it might be 3. Throwing it on is Kyle Schwarber, and he will hold up at second. Dalton Rushing's second double of the game. And this could be the difference maker we were hoping for. We have Xavier Edwards coming up, and the rookie Dalton Rushing might have just helped Chicago secure the win. 0.77 batting average with runners in scoring position. Butler down in the zone, ball 4. Bases loaded for Luis Roberts for the 2nd time today. And the Royals will go to their bullpen. Zerpa, give me the ball. That's what the manager's saying. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A base hit gives the White Sox the win. Phil Maton on the mound. Luis Roberts 1 for 4 with a single in today's game. Chance to be a hero here in Chicago in the home opener in the bottom of the 9th. Takes an outside slider called strike 2. And it was one of the first 50-50 balls in the last couple batters that didn't go our way. 1-2 count. Butler's got to swing at anything close. And he does. Pulls one. Right field. Will it get over his head? It will. He dives and misses. And the White Sox have won it here on a walk-off hit from Lawrence Butler. We improved to 6-1 on the season, just barely over the outstretched glove of the right fielder. He did everything he could to get that one. I thought it was going to be a pop out just past his glove of Weimer, and Russian getting the winning run. Not too bad for the rookie in his first time in a full season with our White Sox. So we win 3-2. Mason Miller picks up the win. Angel Zerpa gives up the loss, or takes the L here in the opening game, or opening home opener of our Chicago White Sox. Up next is a little prospect report for our team following this phenomenal win. We're going to take a look at Felix, as well as go down to our AA organization and see how they do in their home opener. I will not be commentating over much of it, especially the AA opener, but I might chime in here and there and say a couple words, just, you know, depending on how I feel. But really, I just want them to experience it. AAA, AA, not really my thing. I will be controlling Kevin Felix at AA game, especially. I will be probably allowing the commentators to take over. We watch that game and commentate over it a little bit, jump on in here and there. But Kevin Felix, top pitching prospect. He was in the majors, 0 ERA, 9 strikeouts through 7 innings in his first game as a Charlotte Knight. Hoping to do it again here against the Rail Riders. And then we're going to go up with Easton Fisher and the Barons in our AA home opener. So let's jump on into this one. Hopefully it's a good game.
Just about set to go. And on the hill today, Kevin Felix on the mound in this one, and he's one of the highest ranked pitching prospects in the White Sox organization. A lot of excitement on the south side for what he can bring in the future.
See, every time you see me, I got something new.
And even up the count. This one
Foul.
right, and that is foul.
Oh my God.
Got him swinging.
There we go.
One out in the top of the first.
Got him with the high slider. Like I said, he's got really good break. This is a put away pitch. High slider. Outside the zone. Sit down, Ben Rice.
Ran away for strike 3 there.
Sit down.
Very fired up after that, and completely understandable. Great job to make some key pitches and get out of a tough inning. Side for a starting pitcher. That can present some challenges. This one is labeled. That one hops against the fence. Around first, hustling for 2. The throw to second is offline. No time wasted here. Got the center cut fastball and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. Now they've got a good shot at scoring the first run of the game with the runner in scoring position. Stepping to the plate for... Got the strikeout looking. Not what the offense was looking for after a leadoff double. The strikeout, and there's a strike. That one ripped into right center. Going back pretty deep. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. That was as textbook a double as you'll see. Flicked that one into the gap, turned the corner, and hustled in for the extra base knock. Fastball, and as a result, he pulled it foul. He needs to stay back and think up the middle. Ripped into the outfield. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Makes the turn, heads for second base. And into second with one away. That's a double. Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle. A hitter's dream and a pitcher's nightmare. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early, a swing and a miss. That retires the side. One runner left aboard, but they hold a 1-0 lead. We're back here at the ballpark. Ben Gelman here with you and set to lead off the fourth, Tyler Hardman. Got him looking. That's out number 2. 2.
0-2.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter here in the 6th. Showing outstanding discipline with 2 strikes. This one the other way. Base hit. Off to a good start with the leadoff knock. The batter now, Josh Rivera. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Grounds this one up the middle. Finds his way through for a hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Back-to-back singles. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get a hit. And they've got a bit of momentum as they try to battle back here.
Alrighty, well, that was a pretty good outing by Kevin Felix. 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. He did allow a lot of hard contact. He allowed 5 hits. Every last one of them, I believe, were doubles, but only allowing 1 run. So through two outings, what is that? 13 innings. He's only allowed 1 run and has 15 strikeouts. He's not too shabby for one of our top pitching prospects this season. Though our top catching prospect down in the minors, Samuel Basallo, went 3 for 3 with a 2-run home run to give us the lead in the 3rd inning of that game. Kellen Lindsley, another big prospect in our organization, went 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Kevin Made, if you remember him, he was on our MLB roster during the regular season last year because we got him in the Rule 5 draft, going 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored in the win over the Rail Riders down in AAA. Let's head into our AA organization's game, where hopefully we will pick up the win. In fact, we're not going to be jumping in or anything. We are just going to be super simming it, or quick managing this game against the Barons, just to see how they can perform here today. We're going to get quick count on, absolutely, Easton Fisher. Remember him? He was our 3rd round draft pick back in 2025. Day player and a stopper. Performs better when the team is behind. With 90 stamina. This dude can pitch all day long. So let's jump on into it. Easton Fisher, how are you going to start this one off? With a strikeout, a single, and a ground out. So 2 strikeouts just in the 1st innings for him. Got Joendry Vargas going up against Chris Felix, a 32-year-old against a 21-year-old. Popped him up. Zahir Hope, I believe he's a top 100 prospect right now. Going to get walked. Steals second, gets caught. That's okay, though. I want to see him at least trying different things. Glowinski flies out, hit by pitch for Nellis. Single for Percados. Fisher settled down, hits into a fielder's choice, and Stevens flies out. So through 2, we got into a little bit of a jam there, but we figured it out. Ground out for Ledney. Varys grounds out, and Midroff going to fly out as well. Back to the top of the order for Easton Fisher. Ground out, fly out, and a fly out. 1, 2, 3. Like to see it. Kath, Williams, Vargas, Miguel Vargas down there in AA. Still trying to figure out how to hit. He's going to fly out there. Brent pops out. Ground out. All right, so we're doing pretty good, actually. Not too shabby through the 1st inning here. Or first 4 innings for, what's his face? Easton Fisher. Kind of mowing things down, moving things along. Single for Vargas there to lead things off. Try to steal second. We get that stolen base. Zahir Hope grounds out. Fletcher grounds out. And Gladney going to strike out, so we don't get to capitalize on the leadoff hit. Oh, my God. Walk, strikeout, fly out. And a single, man on 1st and 2nd. Flies out. There we go. We get through 5 innings of scoreless baseball. We're finally going to get something going. Chris Flexen, he has been mowing us down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Glansky. A fly out for Varys, ground out for Meredith. Kath gets a single and a strikeout. Damn, that sucks. McGuire. Let's see, McGuire against Fisher, struck him out. Brandt struck out. Glansky grounds out. Vargas grounds out. Vargas flies out. Hope flies out. So we got through 6. They're still going in this scoreless game. Single again for Persando. We've been struggling against him. A walk and a ground out. So 7 innings with both teams starting pitchers still in the game. Fletcher gets hit. Gladney gets walked. Varys hits into a ground out, but with a man on second and third, we're just going to go with a sac fly right here. Try to score the game. It's a walk. Swill with the sac fly for Matt. Struck him out. Fuck. And it struck him out again. Son of a bitch. Still 0-0. Line out for Garriola. McGuire gets a single. Brandt gets struck out, and Glansky hits into a fielder's choice. 8 innings pitched for Easton Fisher, our 3rd-round draft pick back in 2025. That's crazy. Vargas grounds out. Single for our other Vargas. Steals second. Get that man over. Hope gets struck out, and Fletcher's going to pop out. Can you get through 9? H is on an error. Sack bunt to move him over. Bateman grounds out, and Stevens struck out. 9 innings of pitching for Easton Fisher, all scoreless in his first game of the season down there in Double-A. Ground out, a walk for Varys, struck him out, and Matt's going to pop out. Still nothing here late in the game. We are going to take out Easton Fisher finally. We're going to put in Weisenberg, Jack Weisenberg here in the 10th. Ground out, single, scoring the man from second, hits into a fielder's choice, a single and a fly out. So 1-0 ball game for the Smokies. Now got Kath on second. Williams going up against Cade Horton. Fly out. Vargas gets struck out. Come on, another Vargas gets walked. Man on first and second. Zahir Hope hits a single. We score the run. Dominic Fletcher a chance to give us the win. He pops out. So the game stays tied 1-1. We are now going to bring in our closer, Kyle Lloyd. He was our 3rd-round draft pick in last year's draft for 2026. Only 18 years of age. This will be his first time taking a look at him. Throws a 4-seam slider and 12-6 curve. See what he can do here in extra innings in the 11th. Fly out there. Ground out. Bateman gets walked, so man on first and second. Stevens hits a single. Going to give them the lead again and a ground out. So now with Dominic Fletcher on second, we need a base hit. Varys grounds out. Meredith pops out, and we lose 2-1 in the 11th inning to open up our Double-A season. Not the greatest way to start, but still absolutely tremendous start from Fisher for being able to get through 9 innings of baseball. It's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. But let's keep on getting things moving. I think, honestly, those 3 would probably be the last one, but I'm not entirely sure. I do want to get through our home series against the Kansas City Royals, as it will be Hayden Birdsong's first time pitching there and Dustin May's first time back at home. So let's just get through this first couple series. So Hayden Birdsong against Alec Marsh. Royals up by 2, bottom of the 8th, no outs. Kobe Mayo needs a triple to hit for the cycle, so it seems that Kobe Mayo is starting to heat up here late in the 3rd inning, or here later in the season. Starting to heat up about a week into the season after batting sub 200. About to hit for the cycle against the Royals. Are down by 2, so I won't judge him if he doesn't hit for the cycle. Any RBI or any base hit would work for me. Ball gets away, and the runners are going to advance. That will eliminate the double play ball. Perfect. So we now have runners on second and third thanks to the wild pitch by Dylan Coleman. Got away from Salvador Perez behind the plate. Whoop. Oh, it's not even Perez back there. It's Fernan. Did they get rid of Salvi? Or maybe he's the DH now because he's older. Needed a fresher arm to try to throw down to second to pick people off. But 2-1 for Kobe Mayo. High fastball for ball 3. 3-1 count now. We're waiting for our pitch. fastball got underneath it.
Full count.
He's going to hit one. Deep left field. Foul. Oh. It's all good. It's all good. Full count still. Swing and miss inside fastball. Got him swinging. Hopefully we're able to score some runs here in the 8th. Bottom of the 9th for Luis Roberts. Bases loaded. Yep, this is our last chance. No, I wanted to enter as Luis Roberts. Come on, don't let it be the final out. It's one softly. There's shortstop Bobby Witt. Over to first for out number 3. And the Kansas City Royals have beat us 3-1. Aiden Birdsong taking the L. 5 walks. Once again, Birdsong's walks costing us the game. He didn't pitch 5 innings last time. Only 4.2 this one with 5 walks, dude. Birdsong's costing us games right now. Today's a day to set your scouting assignment. So first time to take a look at the young rookies that we're supposed to be in this draft. Let's take a look at the recommended prospects. So Elton Dykes is supposed to be the top player in this year's draft, ranked number 1 by everybody. Great power hitter, phenomenal discipline and arm strength. Yeah, this is a 5-tool player if I've ever seen one. Supposed to be playing first base as well. We're going to take a little look at him because why not? Third baseman is the second ranked prospect. No, where's... I don't want the recommended, I want all. Second ranked prospect is starting pitcher Dan Mercer, switch hitter. Okay, has a 5-pitch mix, really good pitch velocity and break. He's out of Virginia, 21 years of age. His 4th year of college as well. Ranked number 3 in this year's draft is Dallas Woodson from Kansas. Really good stamina. Everything else just seems to be above average. 6'3", again, 4 years out of college there. Ranked number 4 prospect, Bryant Peters out of Indiana. Oh, this dude has a cannon of an arm. If you look down there at that pitch velocity, also has really good stamina, reaction time, and strikeouts. So an absolute cannon out of Indiana. I think that's our second Indiana too. No, my bad. It was Virginia for Mercer. So Indiana there, only 6 foot. Another guy straight out of college. So 3 guys so far in the America 4th year college. Jason Tucker out of Michigan, another guy with a cannon of an arm, very fast pitcher anyway, with good stamina. He's 20 years of age. He's our first lefty pitcher in this one, highest ranked lefty pitcher, 2 years of college thus far. Going to third base, we have our first ranked number 6. We have our first international player out of Nicaragua. He bats left, throws right. Really good vision, really good speed, good fielding. It's really his hitting that you got to work on. Good against righties, not so much at all against lefties. 6'5". Another guy who's 4 years in college. Maybe he came over to America to play college, but 4 years junior. Esteban Valdez out of Alabama. He's the youngest one we've looked at so far. 19-year-old, 6'5" switch hitter, ranked 7th in this year's draft. He's only had 1 year of college, but is already declaring young prospect. Really going to have to develop him, but he has high upside here. Looking at our second number 8 prospect, we got Doug Trayer out of West Virginia, 6'1" righty. He's 4th year of college. Great speed, great fielding. Can't hit worth a damn though. You really got to develop that. Ranked number 9 is Harmon Walton. 21-year-old left-handed pitcher. Does not walk a soul, it appears, but everything else is just average to above average. Lefty, 4 years in college out of Oklahoma. And finally, the number 10 prospect is Frank Coleman, a starting pitcher from New York. He can pitch for days, but he just seems to be an average pitcher everywhere else. 6'5", 21 years of age, 4 years out of college once again. Here's some of the other prospects just so you guys can take a look. Let me know what you're thinking. Tyler Cutler looks kind of interesting out of high school from Pennsylvania. Good contact, good discipline. I wonder if he plays anything else. Might be worth taking a look at Tyler Cutler. though we should probably be looking at the guys around 30, as we did make it to the playoffs last year. So I think we're going to have a low draft pick. Willie Medina, left-handed bat, 18-year-old out of Puerto Rico. Another good contact. This dude could be a steal in this year's draft potentially. But not too shabby. And not too shabby of a draft thus far from what I'm looking at. Looks like a lot of the top hitters are early on. And our first baseman, this dude, Devin Inman, 18-year-old out of Indiana. We're going to scout you. We're going to scout you. A lot of first basemen, it seems, that we're going to be going after. So we're going to scout first base, actually, real quick. They even all from the same place, international. Just scout him. Yeah, Willie Medina, Devin Inman, and Elton Dykes is what we're going to go after. Are they all Central West? Nope, International, Central, and West. So that's what we're going to be looking at. We don't really need first baseman, but this is what they're saying. We need first, second, and third base is what they want us to address. So I'm completely fine with that. And with that, let's lock on in, finalize our weekly scouting right there. Perfectly fine with me. And our final game against the Kansas City Royals, we have yet to lose a series all season. Dustin May, Michael Wacha. This is for potentially the Kansas City Royals are trying to tie us for the AL Central lead while we are trying to extend our lead in the AL Central and our lead in the Major League Baseball. We lose 5-0. We get lit up in this one as we start to fall back to earth. Now got a 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. Carlos Colon against Kevin Gausman. Freddie Peralta against Kyle Baradish. And Jesus Luzardo against Zach Eflin to start next episode. I'm excited for it. I think those are 3 dubs right there. I think we can beat Baltimore. But unfortunately, we did drop back in the standings and are only number 2 for that wild card spot. But either way, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this one. Until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar.